What do I just say? Let's kill some swirls. What?
You doing that right now?
Oh, I thought that's what we were doing. What's going on, guys? Julia here from RP Productions, and today I'm going to be paint correcting Riley's 2014 Ram.
So this past weekend, Miss RP and I were in Colorado, and Miss RP learned from Adam himself how to paint correct a vehicle.
Adam made paint correcting seem super easy, so I thought I would give it a whirl and kill some swirls.
Jeez. For the record, I didn't tell her to say that. So behind us is my 2014 Ram 1500. We're going to be focusing on this, I guess, rear quarter panel, and put some blue painter's tape down the middle, so one side will be corrected, the other side will not be, so it'll be for some good before and after shots. And I'll kind of go over, you know, explaining to her some little tips and tricks on how to do it, as well as you guys. I learned a couple more tips and tricks this past weekend. So hopefully this makes, you know, paint correcting your vehicle seem easy, because it really is pretty simple. And Miss RP here has zero experience doing this. She just watched Adam for about an hour and said, I can do that. So I said, okay, well, let's put you to work and see how this goes.
So the first step in paint correcting is making sure that you have a clean surface. We have already done that on the area that we're going to work on. So now we're going to move on to clay barring the vehicle. So now we're going to grab the detail spray and our Visco clay. Spray this on the clean surface that we're working with. Take our clay bar.
Oh yeah, that's pretty bad, huh?
Yeah, very bad. Just go right again.
Yep, so usually the clay bar will glide across. However, this is not gliding across at all.
No.
Why is it that hard?
I don't know.
I believe the previous owner left this.
More.
Yeah, I believe the previous owner on this thing left it outside, and well, yeah, that's kind of the results. That's how you know your surface is not ready to be paint corrected. You need to definitely clay bar your vehicle before touching this thing with any type of buffer or any machine. So now we're gonna go ahead, and Miss RP is going to grab the swirl killer and the heavy correcting compound along with the microfiber cutting pad. If you haven't caught on already, they have these color coordinated, so blue goes with blue, orange, and then white, and it's in this order that you follow along. So that gets out big scratches, medium scratches, very fine scratches. That's mainly just kind of like a finishing, well, hence the name finishing polish. But that's how you're gonna do it. And now I'll go ahead and show you a quick little trick before you use this guy. So this is kind of an older pad that I've used quite a bit. So in order to get it ready and kind of fresh again, I'm gonna grab this brush, and this is a trick that I found out from Adam this past weekend. Grab the machine polisher and this, get down low to the ground because this is gonna create some dust. Turn this thing on. And boom, just like that, your pad is now ready to be used, and it's all nice and fluffy, where it's gonna cut a lot better than if the fibers were sticking down.
So now we're gonna add some heavy correcting compound to the swirl killer. We're just gonna put a nice little ring around it. And now we're ready to kill some swirls. So the fibers needed to be brought back to life, so I'm just going to take this brush and fluff it out a bit.
And now, as you can see, there's still plenty of compound left in the pad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some detail spray and spray a couple sprays on there. And basically when you add a liquid to what is now a solid, then you don't need more polish. Then it'll bring it back to life. All right, so you see how you didn't need more polish there? You just need a detail spray and it brought it back to life? That will help you save a little bit of polish when you're doing this yourself. But good job, babe.
Thanks.
So now most people would sit here and remove all of that, but that actually would just be a waste of time. You can leave it here on the car, and now we're gonna move on to the orange correcting polish and the orange pad.
We're gonna add some correcting polish to this orange foam pad.
And go do the same thing.
Yep.
So on that one, I think we had a little bit too much polish, so I ended up having Julia go over it twice. But now it looks pretty darn good. So just one more step, and that's the finishing polish, and then we'll wipe this off and check out some before and after, which I'm pretty sure is going to be a pretty significant change. Let's see what you did. Let's do it kind of somewhat vigorously. There you go. That's buffing. So now you tell me, can you tell a difference? It's pretty hard to catch it on GoPro, but it's dusty. Let's see, where's the spot? So that's before.
Here, show the light.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
I want to do it.
Okay.
So this side, you can see, is infested with swirls.
Swirls and hard water deposits.
Yep. Everywhere. And then come over to this side. Look at that.
Dang, girl. You're just gonna start your own detailing business. What'd you think?
It was fun.
So now at this point, you would sit here and put a layer of wax, sealant, or a ceramic coating on top of that freshly, paint corrected paint. That way it has some protection from the elements, and then you'll get that nice beating of water when it rains and all that fun stuff. So Julia's been sitting here off camera saying, how did I do? Did I do okay? And I keep responding with, just look at the before and after results and you tell me, how do you think you did? It's a pretty easy process to do, and you can definitely tell if you're doing it right or not by just looking at the before and after results. I mean, it's quite a significant change. So I get a lot of people that sit there and ask me like, hey, I want to paint correct my vehicle. I'm just scared that I'm gonna take the paint off or mess something up. And Julia here, I mean, it's her very first time doing it, and just with a little bit of, like, if I wasn't here, could you have done it?
Probably.
It just takes a little bit to figure out what works, what doesn't. I always suggest starting off on a flat panel like a door or hood, trunk, or something like that. Something flat that's not intricate. You can start off on a flat panel, just kind of go over it, and you'll figure it out. It's not that bad. And for the record, no, this is not saying you only have to use Adams Polishes products to paint correct your vehicle. If you find something that works for you, great, do it. And everybody has their own little, I guess, flavor of how they detail their vehicle. I mean, I could wash my car one way, you could do it another way. There's really no, oh, I take that back. There is a lot of wrong ways to do it. But a lot of people do it their own individual way that is correct, and it just depends on the person. So hopefully this gives you a good overview of what to do, and hopefully it makes you feel a little bit more comfortable that, hey, it's really hard to mess up your paint. The only real ways you could mess it up is if you've got a machine polisher and slammed it against your car. That would probably mess something up. Or if you sit there with the heavy correcting compound and the microfiber cutting pad and set it on the edge and sit there in one spot, that would not be good, but it's pretty safe.
So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe below. and we will see you on the next one. Take it easy.
So that's before, or that's after.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You did good.
Thank you.
Now you can do the whole truck. I'll be inside.
It smells good. Let's kill some swirls. We don't have to use it. It sounded better in my mind.